Today on Hidden Secrets Revealed Live. Is there a time limit for the US dollar as the world's reserve currency? Today on Hidden Secrets Revealed Live. Let's talk about it. The idea is simple. Every day, Monday through Friday, I go live for about 10 minutes. I want to help you to look good, feel good, and smell good. In the process, I reveal the hidden secrets of the universe at no extra charge. You're welcome. You're watching Hidden Secrets Revealed Live, which is a production of Safe New Media, unconventional, diversified global digital media company devoted to the practice, administration, and dissemination of the ideologies of its founder, yours truly. It is definitely not a cult. My friends are watching behind the scenes on Instagram at Safe New Media. Behind the scenes, Instagram, Safe New Media. Follow me on Twitter. Let's be friends on Twitter. Come on. Let's be friends on Twitter. Come on. Do it. Do it. Just do it. This is brought to you by my new record, Surplus. Yes, I like to make music. That is one of the ways I add value to the world by, writing songs and putting interesting things out. Listen to the record. It's called Surplus. Oh, wait, you want to hear? You need to add. You need to add, so you know what I'm talking about. The single is called "The Love Cascade." Okay, you need to see this ad.
In the last days, divisions apart from the love cascade. Motives bred with a mark of Cain apart from the love cascade.
All right, so let's get on with the show. All right, so I'm not an economist. You're gonna think I'm not staying in my lane. You're gonna accuse me of not knowing what I'm talking about, which is fair. But just hear me out. This Russia-Ukraine war could be another turning point for the world. Another meaning after the plandemic. By the way, here in the undisclosed location, I'm in a secluded location, but here locally, there's no more mask mandates, and I just thought this was funny. This is Governor DeSantis to high school students at his press conference. Watch this.
You do not have to wear those masks. I mean, please take them off. Honestly, it's not doing anything, and we got to stop with this COVID theater. So if you want to wear it, fine, but this is ridiculous.
All right. Well, it's good to be at USF.
So, yeah, I guess COVID is over. It's a charade that we can take the masks off. It's a charade. But just in time for Purim's coming up, you might want to put on some different masks. That's another story entirely. Let's get back to the topic today. Around 59% of the $7 trillion held by governments around the world in reserves are held in US dollars. 7 trillion. 7 different countries use the US dollar as their official currency. 65 others peg their national currencies to it. The dollar has been the world's reserve currency for more than a century. Okay, but now there's starting to look like there's a time limit. It's starting to seem like the clock is ticking on this whole US dollar as the reserve currency. I don't know. We're a long way out. I'm not I love I love USA, but it's getting a little strange. We're in the middle of something right now. Big changes. Russia is now sanctioned out of the US dollar ecosystem by a coalition of the US and Europe. And this is a weird one because I find it hard to fathom that Putin didn't know what that they're that they would be sanctioned. Like, of course he knew. How could he not know? So maybe he's crazy. I don't know. How am I supposed to know? I just think it's really strange, like the timing of all this. So many Russian banks have been cut off from the SWIFT financial messaging system. So Russia is having a hard time getting access to its $630 billion worth of foreign currency reserves. So just to put it in perspective, the ruble, the value of the ruble has plummeted. 1 ruble equals 0.0095 US dollars. Or you could compare it to it's worth 0.08 Dogecoin. So the ruble has decreased in its value. In 2019, Russia and China signed a deal to settle trade in their own currencies. So rather than the US dollar, Russia and China agreed to use their own currencies. And in 2020, 17.5% of the trade between the two countries were settled in yuan. That's up from 3.1% in 2014. That's why this is the timing of all of these things happening is weird. Interesting. I don't know. But it looks like it's been a great run for the US dollar. It's been the world's reserve currency for far longer than history's previous reserve currencies. Governments, okay, now what if there are governments like Russia is encountering now, but what if other governments want to limit their risk of similar sanctions? They would want to reduce their exposure to the dollar, right? I don't know. Am I wrong about any of this? Leave a comment. Smash that subscribe button. This month, the Fed wants to raise interest rates while inflation continues to rise beyond 7%, right? And Russia is now sanctioned out of the US dollar ecosystem by this coalition of US and Europe. Okay? So follow me. You follow me here? So in 2019, Russia and China signed this deal to settle trade in their own currencies rather than the US dollar. And this is coinciding with the power of Bitcoin being demonstrated recently. For example, in Canada, the protesters' assets were frozen from the banks, but they continued to use Bitcoin. And there are probably Russians that are using cryptocurrency right now. The Federal Reserve Board is currently considering the introduction of CBDC. Do you know what that is? Central Bank Digital Currency. Okay, watch this. I'm going to let you go in a minute. But this is Jerome Powell talking about what he anticipates for the world's reserve currencies.
Cryptocurrency system were to become prevalent throughout the globe, would that diminish or remove the need for a reserve currency in the traditional sense?
I think things like that are possible, but we really haven't seen them. We haven't seen widespread adoption. I mean, Bitcoin is a good example. Really, almost no one uses Bitcoin for payments. They use it more as an alternative to gold, really. It's a store of value. It's a speculative store of value, like gold. So we don't have, and people, of course, have been talking about this since cryptocurrencies emerged, but we haven't seen it. But that's not to say we won't see it. And if we do see it, yes, you could see a return to an era in the United States where we had many different currencies, and in the so-called, I guess, national banking era.
A return to an era in the United States where we had many different currencies. In January, the Fed Reserve Board put out a paper looking into the pros and cons of creating the central bank digital currency, which would be terrible. The central bank controlling digital currency would be terrible. The way they could introduce it is some kind of universal basic income and control what the citizens can buy and sell. I don't know. But it's possible. What do you think? Am I wrong? Am I wrong about this? Leave a comment. Smash that subscribe button. Pummel that subscribe button into submission. Follow me on Spotify. There's a link if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook. If you're watching on LinkedIn, there's a link at the top here. If you have a business that would benefit from getting double your ideal customers in half the time, click that link and we might be able to help you. Can't help everybody. Not everyone is ready for that much business at once, but let me know if you're curious about getting an influx of business through digital marketing. And in conclusion, I started this Telegram. Right now, I'll be honest, I'm the only one on it, but I want to talk to you guys. I want to connect with you. So there's a link to Telegram in the description if you're watching on Facebook and YouTube. And here it is. Join me on Telegram. I appreciate you guys. Listen to my new record, Surplus, out now. All right, let's be friends on Twitter. I appreciate you guys. I have spoken.